Gaara. In the Naruto world, we are met with extremely powerful ninja, with the unstoppable force of Naruto Uzumaki and the unmatched skill of Sasuke Uchiha. The strongest is clear, but among these legendary ninja there stands a fighter whose strength is as vast as the desert itself, because the title the strongest isn't made, it's engraved into your blood. The night Gaara was born, a fierce wind swept across the arid lands of Sunagakure. To ensure he was the strongest, the 4th Kazekage used his ninjutsu on him, infusing a demon into his body, the one-tailed beast. Gaara killed many assassins, and even as a child, nobody could lay a single finger on him, as he has the power to manipulate sand itself. As Gaara has mastered his nature transformations of earth, lightning, and wind release, with the latter he mixes with his sand to increase its speed. In Gaara Hiden, Gaara is shown to have inherited the magnet release, which he avoids using in battle so he can have it as a last resort that opponents won't see coming. He uses this magnet release to increase the density of his chakra and of course his sand. He carries a supply of sand wherever he goes in a gourd, which itself is made from sand. This personal sand is infused with his own chakra, allowing him to deploy it faster and manipulate it more precisely. If he needs more sand, he can simply use the sand from his surrounding areas, or if there isn't any to pull, he can use his personal sand to break down the minerals in the ground and create his own. This secondary sand supply requires even more chakra to control. Gaara's ability to manipulate sand remains even after Shukaku is removed from his body. Gifted with powerful defensive ninjutsu, Gaara was practically untouchable, as his sand can react to attacks even without him realizing, similar to Satoru Gojo's Infinity from Jujutsu Kaisen. As Gojo's Infinity is like a barrier that stops attacks from reaching him even without him realizing, and the same applies to Gaara. The Shield of Sand is commonly thought to be Shukaku's doing as an act of self-preservation, but it's actually Gaara's mother, who loves to protect Gaara even after her death. Just like all Jinchuriki, Gaara can transform into his tailed beast, whereas other Jinchuriki achieve this transformation by using only chakra. Gaara does so using sand. By layering sand onto parts of his body, he can transform these body parts into human-sized versions of Shukaku's. The more of his body that is transformed in this way, the more and more his speed and strength increase. During the final rounds of the Chunin exams, a tournament designed to test and showcase the abilities of young ninja from various villages, Gaara takes on Rock Lee, a ninja with no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu. Lee relies solely on taijutsu, or simply his hands. As their battle begins, Gaara's automatic defense allows him to effortlessly block all of Lee's attacks, but once Lee drops his weight and accesses the 5th gate, Gaara has finally been shown to be human, as he gets hit multiple times. When he fights against Sasuke and Gaara engage in a fierce battle, Sasuke uses enhanced speed and taijutsu skills, mirroring some of the techniques he observed from Rock Lee, trying to bypass Gaara's sand. Sasuke unveils his newly learned technique, the Chidori, a powerful lightning-based attack that can pierce through almost anything. This technique is a result of training with Kakashi and is designed for high speed and high impact attacks. Sasuke charges at Gaara with a Chidori and manages to pierce through Gaara's sand shield and the sand armor at the exact same time. And it is the first time that Gaara's defenses have been breached so effectively. And when Gaara looks down, he hears a drop. Never in his life has Gaara ever been hurt to the point of bleeding, and that's when he realizes this isn't Sasuke's blood.
It's my blood!
And from that moment on, Gaara realized that he's not invincible, and as a result his drive to become the strongest grows to its peak. During the 4th Ninja War, the allied shinobi come together to fight against the Akatsuki, with the leader being Obito Uchiha and later joined by Madara, with Madara dropping country-level meteors down to the planet, and Gaara along with other shinobi are able to stop it until Madara drops down another. Gaara's strength increases even more as he takes on literal gods in Momoshiki, a god from another dimension whose goal is to eat the god tree fruit, with Momoshiki being stated to be even stronger than Kaguya, with Kaguya being able to weave her own dimensions. And of course, Momoshiki can do the same. With everyone getting speed blitzed by Momoshiki, Gaara is actually able to react to his movements and actually blocks one of his attacks at point-blank range. However, this wouldn't be the first time that Gaara-san has shown some impressive levels of speed. Gaara-san is able to intercept the Raikage, with the Raikage being relative in speed to KCM, Naruto, and Sasuke at this point in the series. Gaara himself having access to an array of techniques. Gaara envelops his body in a tough sand armor, providing an extra layer of defense that, while consuming chakra and slightly hindering his speed, turns him into a nearly indestructible warrior. When it comes to offense, Gaara's creativity with his sand is nothing short of amazing. Imagine being trapped and suffocated in a sand coffin only to be crushed mercilessly by his sand burial. His sand tsunami, a desert avalanche, aren't just attacks, they're cataclysmic events that bury an entire battlefield under mountains of sand, obliterating anything in their path. Gaara's advanced techniques are where his true genius shines. He can manipulate gold dust, a skill passed down from his father, the 4th Kazekage, giving him an upper hand in any metallic or magnetic combat scenario. His Shield of Shukaku isn't just a defense mechanism, it's a towering, indomitable force in the shape of the one-tailed beast, capable of withstanding the most devastating attacks. Even after losing Shukaku, Gaara's control over sand is unparalleled. His tactical versatility is shown through his sand clones that deceive enemies, sand drizzle that distorts them, and the third eye, or remote surveillance tool that gives him a strategic edge on the battlefield. During the 4th Great Ninja War, Gaara's leadership was nothing short of legendary, as the commander of the 4th Division of the Allied Shinobi Forces. Overall, Gaara would scale from country to moon level, with relativistic to faster than light speed. Shout out to Cryo for dropping 15 to sponsor this video, because in the end, Gaara has come a long way from being feared and hated by his entire village, and is now one of the strongest Kamikage in history, because many say that they'll be able to hurt Gaara. But will you? Because if you get in his way,
I'll kill you.
What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you want to sponsor a video just like this one, I have my Cash App linked in the description where you can sponsor your own video. And of course, make sure you guys go follow the TikTok and join the Discord server where you can interact with me and the rest of the community. I hope to see you there. But tell me in the comments, who is your favorite Naruto character? And what Naruto character should I do next? And tell me, out of the countless characters that you know, who can defeat the demon that's buried in the sand?